Hello, welcome back. You are watching Plantastics. My name is Victoria, and today we are going to be building a vertical grow light. Please keep in mind, if you are able to just casually drop $700 on an impulse buy plant, this DIY may not be for you because it is very budget friendly and not very bougie looking, but you could probably adapt it and make it a little bit more bougie looking. Okay, so we have the two items that you're going to need in addition to some concrete or quickcrete. So you're going to need some grow lights. These are the ones that I used. Of course, you can use whatever brand you like. And you're going to go in the lumber section at Lowe's and get this exact piece of wood. I highly suggest, if you don't have a circular saw, to just get them to cut it for you. Make sure you leave room for the cord at the end so it doesn't get bent. And also remember that part of it's going to be in concrete. So keep that in mind. Also, this wood is really nice simply because the number one killer for LED lights is heat, and it doesn't completely surround it. So with these Barrina lights, there is a switch, and if you tuck it in, you have the ability to have this switch facing out, so that way you're still able to turn it on and off if you so choose. Another thing you'll need that isn't in the photo are command strips, the Velcro, and then I also used a stain and a sealant. That's optional. It's really up to whatever you want to use. I wanted it to match the furniture I already had, so I stained it. So we're going to start off with this section. I've already stained it, and now I'm just putting my sealant on there. You can do multiple coats. If you have a humidifier running all the time like I do, I just feel like it's better to seal it. That way, if God forbid it gets super moist, it's not going to mold, and it just makes it look a little bit more sleek. So that's what I'm doing here. And whatever you're using, whether it be a stain or something to seal the wood, I suggest you use gloves because it's really hard to get this stuff off your hands. And by stuff, I mean it seems like anything you're using. I recently made a vivarium, and I got a tiny bit of spray foam on my finger, and that just stayed on there for like 3 days until it just kind of wore off on its own. So once you've got that, let it sit. The stain sat for several hours before I put the stain or sealant on there. So now I literally have an empty oatmeal container because it was just the perfect size, and I put my stick in there and then poured my concrete, and then I connected it to a macrame hanger. So this was after 2 days. We had some pretty serious rain, so it would take 1 day, and then I put it on this container simply because I didn't want concrete getting on concrete because it kind of like stains. So this is what it ended up looking like. So this is kind of a fast forward. These are my favorite. I use these to attach all of my LED grow lights, and they are the Command Velcro. The thing that I like the most about these is that you can take these off of the shelving units if you're moving and reattach them without really causing any issues. So you could literally take them down and whatnot, and it still be okay because it's like Velcro. So I used a liberal amount of these strips simply because I didn't want it to be an issue later on, and you just want to apply a lot of pressure so that way it adheres. And this is really what it looked like, and I was really happy with it. So if you want, you can use this. It's super bright. You could also just if you have anything that's growing up a pole, that's what I made it for. So I hope that this tutorial gave you an idea. Of course, you can tweak it and make it your own. That's the cool thing about it. This is just an idea. And I really loved how it turned out. All right, see you next time. Goodbye.